What's up, guys? It's your girl Samaya, aka Finesse Queen. If you're new, welcome to our kingdom. Alright, so our first video is actually going to be a Q&A. Just so you guys can get more familiar with me, know what I plan on doing on this channel, having fun, simple stuff, you know what I mean? So, the first question would be, how old am I? And I am 19, I'll be 20 July 19th. So, Cancer gang, we the best out here, ain't nobody else better than us. Okay? So, the next question that I was asked would have to be, what do I plan on doing on this channel? Nothing too wild or anything. I plan on doing, pranks, Q&As like this one right now. Would you rather, any challenge you guys ever want to see me do, I will do them. So, that's also something. We're going to be doing as well reactions to stuff. So that's another thing we're going to be doing. The other question was, when is my birthday? And I already just said earlier, it's July 19th, 1998. Cancer gang, you know what I mean? I'm trying to do the thing, but it's not, I don't know. But yeah. Says where I'm from. So I'm from Philly, North Philly to be exact. I actually moved out of there to do some schooling back like a few years ago. But I was born and raised there. My family's still down there. That's my heart. I love Philly. I would never change for them. And that's just a place that I'm very much proud to be. You know what I mean? 215. That's where I'm happy to be from. Asked me what my favorite color was. My favorite color is actually red. Red's been my favorite color since I was a kid. My gemstone's actually a ruby, so I don't know if there's a connection there. And ironically, my mother, she was born July 20th, and she's 19 years a day older than me. Would have been 20, but pushed me out. She ain't want to share a birthday. Have two queens having two separate birthdays is what needs to be done. Okay. The other questions was how many siblings do I have? And I actually have, altogether, I believe, 9 siblings. One step, 8 actual. I'm the third oldest. The oldest will be 24 next month, and second oldest actually turned 21 in January. Third oldest, my dad, he had 4 girls, 5 boys. That's just how it is. Someone else asked me if I was to go out of country, where would I go? And actually, I thought about it. I actually said, a lot of people, they'll say Italy, they'll say Spain, they'll say the Bahamas, Caribbean, like the Caribbean's Bahamas, and they actually want to go to Greece because it's actually very nice down there. And I think anybody would want to be anywhere like that. It's beautiful, and I always wanted to visit it there, or any other like exotic place that maybe people wouldn't want to go to travel to their vacation at. I would go because I think it's pretty cool, convenient, and it looks like it'll be fun. You know what I mean? So I would actually want to travel to Greece, but also go out of country. I was asked, what is my favorite food? And my favorite food would actually be out of a few things, because I would actually have a favorite food. Preferably, I would say pizza, but I like broccoli. I like pineapples. I like, obviously, pizza as stated, but that's not really my favorite. I'll eat it, but when push comes to shove, pineapples would be my favorite food. Okay. They asked me if I have a favorite sports team, what would it be? And my favorite sports team, guys, would have to be, do the drum roll, the Cowboys, which a lot of people hate, unfortunately, but let's just make it completely clear. One day, when we go to the Super Bowl, that's going to be a day I have a ha-ha, because we actually have 5 rings, 6 rings, and a lot of other teams don't have that. So, like, we have bragging rights, even though we haven't been there since the 90s, but, bragging rights. So, like, when the Eagles won Super Bowl, it was like we're rivals, but I respected them because they earned that win. But it would be the Cowboys, and in terms of basketball, it would be the Lakers. I mean, the Sixers are doing good. You would expect me to have like the Phillies teams as my all-time favorite, but no, I don't. don't want that. I actually am against it. Not against it, but you know, I think that you always have to go to a team that you're known from being in. So, like, yeah, I'm actually a Cowboys fan and the Lakers. I like their colors and Kobe, man, amazing man. Wish one day to meet him. Okay, so another question was if I had to see anyone after they died, like in terms of someone dying and coming back, who would I talk to and why? That person would have to be my mother. If I could bring her back from the dead, I would sit down and I would talk to her to see her opinion on like certain things, because you know, growing up not having a mom around because she passed away, unfortunately, it sucks. So like if I had the opportunity to sit down and talk to her, I ask her stuff about life. How did she do it? You know, how did she be able to hold down 6 kids at such a young age? How did she be able to grind as hard as she did? Like, give me advice, relationship advice, life advice, stuff like that. So I would ask her all those questions, and I hope that it fulfills me. And then, you know, of course, give her a hug, because, you know, we all need a hug sometimes. And, you know, I haven't seen her in a while, and I miss her. So I guess the next question would be, how did my mother pass? And she actually passed from a heart attack. Yeah, she passed from a heart attack. So that, from what I know from my family, a heart disease, it runs in my family. We actually found out after the fact of her passing that, yeah, heart disease runs in our family. And you know, we all get tested to check and see, just to make sure that, you know, none of us have it, so we'll be okay in the long run. And unfortunately, it sucked because had they had found it out sooner, she would probably still be on here, or a heart pacer, something helping her. But you know, there's always the what if questions that a lot of people have and they want to be answered. But you know, you can't change everything. You can't change life, and it's accepting of it. And I know the Lord has her underneath His wing, and He's keeping her safe and holding her tight until we all meet her one day. So yeah, that's how my mother died. And someone asked me what is something I like to do on my free time. Well, on my free time, I actually if I'm not hanging out with friends, I love sleep. And it sounds so cliche to say, but I love sleep. Who doesn't love sleeping? And I enjoy it, because like I don't always get the time to just sit down and go to sleep, because I have such a busy schedule for me working and watching kids to just like hanging out with friends and just juggling everything up and up and up, and then more things come up along the way, and I just come up with an idea to randomly go do something out of the ordinary. You know, stuff like that happens. So when I get the free time, I sleep. And it's usually I'll sleep for a few hours or so, wake up refreshed, and then I'll try to come up with other ideas for you guys, and I'll just have a new, you know, hobby to do. The other question would be, if you could choose between flying or disappearing as a superpower, which one would you be? I mean, those are actually two selections that I wouldn't choose as a superpower, but I would do flying, because who wouldn't want to fly everywhere? You know what I mean? To fly, you'd be able to know that you can go to wherever you want to go. So if I say, one day I want to fly to the Bahamas, I can fly to the Bahamas. It might be a very crazy thing, and the crazy thing is I'm afraid of heights, so it makes it 10 times worse. But being able to fly is like an amazing thing that anybody would want to do. So I would fly. Yeah, but if I could choose a superpower that I would want out of the bunch, I think that I would want to, I think I would want to be able to run really fast, though. Like, imagine being able to be the fastest person in the world, like Usain Bolt. And you saying, okay, I can run fast, I can outbeat you in a run, I can run, like, opportunities, they come. You can help people who need this, or be the fastest person alive. We need this, oh, you need this from how, like, all the opportunities you can do to help. And another one I would be to snap my fingers and to fix things, or where is that I wish I had power to know where certain stuff is that I can't seem to find. Because like we all know, back in the day when you were kids and you would lose something and you can't seem to find it, your parent would tell you to go find something that you were supposed to have and you can't seem to find it, and then you're in trouble if you don't find it. I wish that I had the power to, like, in the back of my head, know, like, okay, where are you hiding, or at least the object tell me where it is, and then I can be like, oh, it's underneath my bed, or oh, it's in that other drawer in my closet, etc. That would be a dope power to have. So if I was to have a superpower, I would choose that. They asked me if I was a clothes person or a shoes person. It's, I guess, in terms of like what would I have more of, and that question kind of, you know, I have a ton of clothes. Then again, I have a ton of shoes as well. So I guess I'm a shoe person. Like if I ever get a chance, I get money, I buy shoes. I actually have like 9 pairs of Vans, which is kind of weird because like I have them, and then the thing is, once I'll buy another shoe, I forget that I have this one pair until I randomly see it inside of like my shoe area where I keep all my shoes in this cool little cubby thing. And I'm like, oh yeah, I have those, and it goes with my outfit. So I'm like, ooh. So then ironically, I'll buy another pair thinking I don't have a color to go with it, and you know, I ended up having it. It happened to me once. I had a red pair of Vans, the high top ones, and I forgot I had them. And I was down and I was shopping at Hot Topic. It was one of my places. Like Hot Topic and Zoomies is my favorite places to shop. Like that's my favorite. I was there and I was like, oh, I got the low top red checkered Vans. You know, the ones that's out, like trendy now. I was like, oh, I need a red pair, and I got them. I ain't really needed it, but I wanted it, so I got those. And when I got home and I was looking at my little cubby, I realized, oh, you know, I have a high top red pair that would perfectly with my outfit, and unfortunately I did not have it or didn't think to have it, so I didn't even see it. This is my life. I need to start paying attention, but y'all soon to get to know me more and more about that. And another question that I was asked would be, what is my favorite flavor ice cream? Mom, that's actually a good question, and I'm more of a vanilla person. It's so plain, but when I actually go and I get like Ben & Jerry's ice cream, there's like this mint chocolate cookie one, and it's literally my favorite. Like, if you ever ask about ice cream, I would recommend anyone, like I always do, Ben & Jerry's mint chocolate cookie one, because like it's so good. You would think that it would taste like the green mint chocolate chip thing, but it doesn't. It tastes minty, but it's not too minty. It tastes like cookies and cream with like mint inside of it. But if you're not a cookies and cream person, I wouldn't recommend it though, because I don't want you to go out and buy it and then you don't like it. You know what I mean? So that's what I would suggest as, you know, a ice cream flavor. But all-time favorite is it's vanilla. I'm not really a chocolate person. I don't really like chocolate, but there's a difference though with candy. Like I won't eat a Hershey's chocolate bar because like I don't find them very tasty, and after a while they overpower and you're like, ew, gross. But like I'll eat a Reese's or I'll eat a Twix, not in one sitting because I'll get sick of it soon, but those are my favorite ice creams, so I would eat those. So but what's weird is that I won't eat chocolate cake because I think it tastes like really weird, and then chocolate ice cream because I think it tastes like, don't ask me how I know because I don't know, but I feel like it would taste like mud, like frozen mud. If you put like cream and like mud together, it would taste like that. That's what I think. And I just never liked the chocolate ice cream because it's like the taste is overpowering and it's gross. It's like dark chocolate, and I don't eat dark chocolate either, which makes it, I guess, even more like, well, now it makes sense now. So yeah, that's something that, you know, I would say is my favorite flavor of ice cream, and my likes and dislikes. And when it comes to my likes and dislikes in that terms, pros and cons I mean would have to be like, in a person, it would have to be like, I like people who are honest, because honesty makes people even more amazing. If you're completely honest with someone about the things that you say and the things that you do, and you have good intentions, things go out so good. And it's like ridiculous because like you'll be around someone who lies so much, and I don't understand how anyone can lie all their life. I don't understand it at all. I don't think I'll ever understand it, because it's like, how can you sit there and you can lie to somebody that you say you care about? I could never do it. Like I said, I enjoy honesty. I enjoy people who are funny, because like I have this goofy personality that I realized after someone gets to know me, they'll realize like I am very goofy. Like I'll be the one dancing inside of a place that we're at. I joke around a lot. I have a sarcastic humor, so like if you're around me or my friend, you'll see that I'm very sarcastic. So like that's something that I am very familiar with, and so like I said, my dislikes is I hate liars, and I hate people who feel entitled all the time, because like people think they have this sense of entitlement that's not needed all the time. Like, you guys ever be around someone who thinks that they're entitled to certain things that they aren't entitled for? Like, why should I give you props for something I did? If I win an award, that's like someone who randomly sitting down in the crowd. You win an award, but they won't applause for you because you won it and they didn't, and they feel entitled to know why they didn't, and they feel entitled to know why you're better for that award than they are. And now they want props and they want an applause because they didn't win. I hate those type of people. I can't stand them. I mean, well, I can't even say hate because hate is a strong word, but I would say despise, but that's a synonym of hate. I really don't like people who feel entitled. Because why feel entitled to something that you don't do? Now, this is the other difference between giving someone credit when credit is due. So if someone helped you with something and they're like, hey, dude, why didn't you, you didn't tell them I helped you, and that's completely different, and I completely understand it. Because, like, if I was to make a song or, anything like that, someone helped me with it, I'd give them props. Like, shout out to so-and-so X, Y, and Z for helping me get this. They helped me with this song. Without them, none of this would be able to be possible because their line is one of your favorite lines. I'll give props, credit some credit is due. Because, that's what you should do. And I also forgot, I also write poems and like music, but music wise I don't really go into the studio and do it, but I do write poems because I'm very poetic, and because that I hold them dear. So anyone who ever knows, if I ever show my poetry or anything, that's because I genuinely care for somebody and what they do and they have done for me. So I appreciate people who has done things for me in the past because that's just amazing. I might share my poetry with you guys one day, and maybe someday soon, one day I'm just chilling, I'm like, hey, doing nothing, why not I just make a poem for you guys to, hear, see my expression. So, okay, this is the end of, my first Q&A on my channel. Finesse Queen Samaya Love, welcome to the kingdom. Like I said, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, tell a friend to tell a friend, you know what I mean? Give me suggestions in the comments about things y'all want me to do, because like I said, I have so many plans for this, like pranks, I have challenges, I have, like I said, I'm gonna share my poetry, expressions, my opinion, like Q&A. I'll do a Q&A eventually a few months forward after this, you know what I mean? Just tell me what you guys want to see, and I will definitely make sure I put it on a list of things that you want. Okay, and this is it. Like I said, welcome to the kingdom. Finesse Queen Samaya Low. I love you guys, and I will see you next time we film, okay? Love you guys. Bye.